it's time to turn things up. This pre-workout combination of Expedite and Aerobatine is the Fat Attack Stack from Snack. I usually take both about 15 to 20 minutes prior to my workout. It's the perfect time to get after it.
But the winner of the main event was to be ordered by the WBA to face George Kambosos for the super title as they're trying to eliminate the regular in the interim.
He's a good fighter.
Is that a fight that you guys will try to make?
We're gonna fight anybody. If it makes sense, we're gonna fight the biggest fights that are out there. And you know, he just coming off of tonight, and we'll sit down and we'll have a conversation in the coming days on what's next. And we don't have to chase no fighters. When you come to these arenas, they come. They come to see the most exciting fighter in the entire sport, and they come for a reason because Tank gives them exciting performances. Nobody had heard of Cruz before. We knew who he was, and again, he proved me right. I've been telling you guys all along that he was very, very tough. He's very, very tough, and he was gonna come, and y'all were gonna see something different. How many times did I say this?
You did.
Y'all gonna see something different about. I say he's probably gonna force Tank to bring out his boxing skills because of his style. And that's exactly what he did. I wasn't surprised at anything.
And just to piggyback off what you said, you and I interviewed the day before yesterday, actually, and I said, hey, could this be a showcase Tank for fighting? You said a showcase fight for Tank, and you said no. This is going to be a hard fight for Tank, and it came to fruition once again, man. I mean, talk to us about the level of study that goes into the pre-fight planning in order to make the best events possible.
Well, unlike a lot of other promoters, I can honestly say, I probably watch more film than I know more than any of the promoters, because they rely on their matchmakers. But I watch just as much film as probably the trainers do. It's because as a promoter, I just like to know what's going on and feel comfortable. Like, again, because I've been around the sport for so long, is that I understand a lot more than, most. I can honestly say that. Because it's a lot more, things are a lot deeper than what people know, the surface. You got to know what happens in camps. Right. You know what I mean? Like, who the guys are working with. And I understand the sport from just because we grew up in the sport from the bottom. And, built relationships and, I got a lot of relationships in this sport. And again, so it helps you with understanding. Again, I wasn't just saying that this guy was tough just to be trying to sell a pay-per-view. I knew he was tough. Y'all just didn't know who he was.
And what kind of, I've been watching boxing my whole life, and one thing that sets you apart from other promoters, it seems to be you're always in the gym. You can go back to footage for 24/7. Way back in the day, you can see you with Mayweather on holding the speed bag to make sure it's steady. What makes you so hands-on and so different than other promoters? Instead of just riding around, you actually are showing up and putting the time in the gym. Talk to us about that.
I be in the gym working myself. I be in the gym too. Y'all just don't see it, the cameras. I be in the gym. I hit the bag and the speed bag and jump. I do all that stuff myself too. Stay sharp and know what's going on.
You think you could take on another promoter, Leonard?
Huh? Man,
could you whoop Eddie Hearn?
I'll knock that motherfucker cold out. Period. And I wish he would. Man, come on, don't get me started about
Leonard Ellerbe says he will smoke Eddie Hearn.
I'm telling you, y'all be asking questions. Y'all don't get that boy fucked up. I'm telling you. I don't play them type of games. See, they might do that over there. I don't play them type of games.
What do you think it is about Eddie Hearn and his crew that they're always bringing your name up? Eddie Hearn seems to kind of have a little thing for you.
It's the other way around. Listen. He's a good promoter. I give him credit. He's a good promoter. He thinks he's a lot better than what he actually is. And to be honest, it's like he don't know what the fuck he doing. Like, for an example, this is an example, since y'all gonna go there. It's like their event they had last night.
Devin and JoJo?
Yeah. Okay. It has nothing to do with Devin. Because Devin and Bill are doing a very good job. And especially with what they're working with. But again, it's like they're fighting on a platform that nobody fucking watches. For starters, that's one of the reasons why it's taken time to to build his profile, because people don't even know who he is like that, other than the diehard fans. And again, it's no fault of Devin Haney, because again, I think he's a terrific fighter. But for an example, as a promoter, you plan a fight, and I think they might have changed the date, but you bring a fight to Las Vegas in a bigger venue than you had the last time, and you sold half the house the last time you was in Vegas, right? In a smaller venue. But you moved to a bigger venue. I know why, because they couldn't get no other venue. And guess why? Because they got the top comedy show that's going with one of the best comics in the entire world, and it's been that way for one. And as a culture, like, Martin Lawrence is dope. Like, you know what I mean? Not just only black people love him, but it's like, but
crossed over.
But speaking of our culture, it's like Devin, he's an African American fighter. He has support, but again, it's like he's at a disadvantage. They plan a fight in the same damn day, in the same damn time as Martin Lawrence is. Does that make any sense?
Also, you had the rodeo finals, which literally
But
every casino you
But
went to.
that's a little different. That's a little different. That part's a little different.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing about
They
that.
usually work
That's
together.
that's a different audience. But Devin's core audience, you know what I mean? All the people that I knew was going to the comedy show, because they've been waiting to see Martin Lawrence for like a
2 or
year
3
and a
years, right?
Yeah,
It's
for
been
a
a
while,
while.
because we've been going through the pandemic. But guess what? He don't know that, because he don't know what the fuck he doing. So he put the kid at a disadvantage. You know what I mean? And it's just, I feel bad for him, but I don't worry about that, because y'all asked me the question, and so that's why I'm answering that question. Is that I got to worry about my own fighters. You know what I mean? And I got the biggest guy that's around all those weight classes, one of the biggest attractions in the entire sport. He's putting asses in seats. You know what I mean? And we're busting our ass to continue to try to raise his profile and find creative ways to go mainstream, But again, it's like
Revisiting.
Do you feel like Eddie's, I wouldn't say jeopardizing, but like stagnating Devin's ability to get the super
Well,
fights he wants?
again, it's not that's none of my business. Y'all asked me the question. I'm just answering the question.
Well, correct. I guess I'm just saying, like, because Gervonta is obviously the A side in the division.
Well, yeah, he made a dumbass comment about comparing the two, and it's just like, I'll get the numbers for you guys, and we'll see what it is. It's just, it's levels. It's levels to this. Levels to this. It's
Do
like,
they release their numbers for the zone?
No, I don't know. I'm talking about what their attendance was. I'm talking about solely what their attendance was. I'll get the numbers.
Do you think that Eddie Hearn's struggles over on this side of the pond have been because he has, you just mentioned, he did not know. It seems like he's ignorant to the ways of the way business is done in the U.S.
I'm not going to call him ignorant. I'm not going to disrespect him like that. He's a good promoter. He's a good promoter. But he thinks he's better than actually what he is, because it's the arrogance and and it's not, because British people, as a culture, is not necessarily like that. It's him. It's him. He comes over here and he thinks that, I'm just going to take over America. And you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. And that's why, and that's been proven, that's why the whole DAZN thing is flopped. You know what I'm saying? And who's at the head of that?
And lastly, a little abstract
Isn't he the
thought.
guy that said the pay-per-view was dead?
Absolutely.
He said he was
DAZN's
bringing
moniker.
pay-per-view.
And then he say he ain't never say that?
And now they're bringing the zone pay-per-view. I'm not sure if you saw that.
Yeah, it's just like, again, it's like, but y'all fall for that, not y'all. But it's just like, that's why, I don't want to play them games of going back and forth with it, because it's like, because if he say something to me, it's going to be a little different. Y'all gonna see a different kind of side of me. So it's just like, I just want to just keep it moving and just like, don't even ask me no questions about him, that man, because somebody gonna fuck around and get hurt. I'm telling you.
Leonard, let me ask you a little abstract thought, right? But would you be interested in, let's say, doing a tournament between your fighters and like a fight night between the two groups?
Listen. We're gonna do the things that we do. I'm not concerned about any other promoter other good promoters out there. We aren't the only good promoter. You know, I don't have to have 100 fighters or 70 fighters or whatever. I got the top guy. I had the top guy before that. He said, oh, well, you don't Mayweather. No, listen, when you got the best one, you don't need 40 others. You know what I mean? It's like
quality over quantity.
Floyd was the cash cow, okay? And it's like, well, yeah, he went on to become a billionaire. What do I need? 500 fighters to add up to become, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that don't even make sense. It's like we try everything to build our fighters, our younger fighters. You know, we got Jaleel Hackett, he's coming up. You know, we got other young fighters that for this next generation. You know, but right now Tank's leading the way. And what it is, it's like there's a lot of jealousy out there. A lot of jealousy. You know, they don't like that. They don't like that's why they talk shit and say what they want to say. But we just keep it moving. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get caught up in the you know, it's like y'all let them other guys get away with that kind of stuff. It's like they just say shit just to be, and it don't even, and I'm just only dealing with, I'm not saying how I feel about people. I'm just saying that, like, well, Tank's the biggest attraction out there with all those guys. You can put them all in one, and Tank is still bigger than all of them combined, okay? All of them combined, okay? So all I'm just saying is just like, hey, find ways to be creative to raise your profile. You know what I mean? It's like boxing is bigger than the fans on Twitter, okay? We're looking to captivate the audience of the mainstream world, to build Tank's profile, you know, to become a mainstream superstar, you know, not just a boxing star.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.